Hello traders, this is Sean from QualityStocks.net with a technical analysis video for ticker FCEL, that is Fuel Cell Energy Incorporated. It trades on the NASDAQ Global Market. Friday's action showed a gain of 5.21% on almost 6 million shares traded. Let's take a look at the chart. Back at the beginning of the year, it was trading below a buck. We had a few up and down movements, seemed to have some resistance at $1, and then made this long bullish run where it gained at least $1 here, and then it pulled back towards March, and then it made another run up towards about $1.95. And then over the last couple months it's pulled back some, made another bullish run. We have a gap down here, and then it found support and sort of consolidated here at about $1. And then on Friday we have this white candle and then our high volume. There's a couple things we need to point out. It looks like there's a ascending trend line here, which is a good sign. It could bounce up and down off of this. Hopefully it would. We do need to pay attention to the 50 and 200-day moving averages. They're almost together now. It looks like we could have a bearish cross here if the 50-day crosses the 200. The 200 has been kind of flat for a while. It looks like the 50-day moving average is sort of flattening out here too. So what we might see is that briefly touch or even cross a little and then turn back up if this pattern continues. Moving on, we look at the PPO and MACD. Looks like we have a bullish crossover here. The lines are starting to separate. We can see where this positive green bar here is, so we want to see this continue. I'd like to see it cross and continue upward and see some of these tall green bars. Same thing with PPO. Moving on down to ADX, we have what looks like the beginning of an early uptrend. We have where the positive DI line has crossed the negative DI line. We want to see this ADX line start to turn up with it to support the strength of this trend. If it crosses the 20 and starts heading north, that'll be a pretty solid sign that we're having an uptrend. Moving on down to slow stochastics and CCI. Both of these are showing where it's starting to pull back up and cross into bullish territory. If we look at slow stochastics, it's made its cross here. It's heading up towards, and it's going to cross here at the 20 line. We want to see it keep going up. That's an early buy sign. We want to see it keep going up towards the 50 to confirm any kind of bullish move. Moving on down, we see the same sort of thing with Williams. It crossed the negative 80 line. It's heading sharply towards the 50 line. That's quite bullish. Moving on down to Tricks. As we always say, this is a slow moving indicator. It looks like it's kind of hard to tell what it's going to do. It looks like it was going to make a bearish cross, but it's sort of flattened out. So what we may see is that it actually turns right back up and makes another slow bullish move. Moving on down, on balance volume and accumulation distribution, both of these are in agreement. It looks like shares are being bought and held. We have both of them turning up sharply north. They've both crossed their 20-day moving averages. Moving on a little further, our Chaikin money flow. We have a nice uptrend here. It looks like it's turned green now. It's a good idea that this could be an early sign of a bullish move. So moving back up to our chart, also we want to pay attention to our RSI. It seems to be following the support line that we saw on our candlesticks, and now what we have is it's crossed the 50 line into bullish territory. So I kind of like the way this is looking. So overall, I kind of like the chart. Looks like we might have another trade or two. As always, pay close attention to all indicators. Trade smart, and remember, this is only my interpretation. So have a good day, and see you on the boards.